Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about 10 helpful tips, tricks, features, and details that you might not have known about the Grand Theft Auto Online Bikers DLC. So let's jump straight into this. We shouldn't really waste any time. The first thing I'm going to be talking about today is which businesses you should own. Now, I have briefly mentioned this in other videos, but I've never publicly come out and stated which ones you should own. So there's two different strategies here. There's a strategy of owning what I like is 2 businesses, and then there's a strategy of owning 3 biker businesses. So if you only want to own 2, the 2 you obviously need to focus on are cocaine and methamphetamines. Now, those will give you the highest payout of them all. They require a little bit more work, and their upgrades are slightly more expensive, but in the long run, you will be making more money, especially with the high demand bonuses. Those are going to be the way to go. However, with the 2 businesses only, you'll sometimes find yourself waiting on your workers to make the product. So that's why I sometimes recommend the 3 businesses. And in this case, you still want to do cocaine and methamphetamines. And then you need to choose a third. Now, I know a lot of people really love the weed business because it's cool and whatnot, but actually the counterfeit money one is slightly better in terms of setup and pay. So those are the ones I would recommend. If you're doing 3 businesses, counterfeit money, cocaine, and then methamphetamines. If you're just doing 2 businesses, you want to do cocaine and methamphetamines. That's going to be your best strategy. Honestly, the counterfeit ID one is like the most worthless thing of all time. You get absolutely no money, and I think it's just stupid in general, so don't buy that one. That's kind of like a warning as well. You don't need to invest in that one. I did, and I kind of regret it because honestly, it's just cost me more than I've really gained from it. So take those. You need to either do 2 or 3. There really isn't a need to own all 5. It's just going to set you back too much in the money category. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, a lot of people have been asking me how are MC members paid? Because it's actually different from the way that the CEO members are paid. So basically, when a president sells stock, the MC members get a payout based on this formula. So I'll leave a link to this in the description as well because it is slightly complicated. So it's the price of the sale divided by 10 plus the number of minutes it takes you to do it times 500. So again, I know that that's a little bit complicated, but it's the price of the money you make divided by 10, and then you have to add to that your minutes of the mission times 500, and it's capped out at 10 minutes. So basically the way that's going to work for the business supply missions is each associate is going to earn about $3,000 or a little bit more for every 5 to 10 minutes of work done. And for the clubhouse challenges or the clubhouse contracts, this can range anywhere from $18,000 to $30,000, whereas some of the other ones that take longer to 20 minutes or so can get upwards of $36,000. One of my good friends and associates who works with me in some of these missions, John, he's been kind of keeping me up to date on how much he gets paid. Sometimes he gets paid $36,000. Sometimes he only gets paid $4,000. So it all depends on that formula, how quick you do it, divided by your minutes, and obviously how much your payout is going to be. Because it's different because the regular CEOs are obviously paid like $5,000 every 5 minutes or something like that. So the system is a little bit different, and Rockstar really never explained it all that well. So hopefully that helps. All right, feature number 3. This one is kind of a small one, but I still thought it was rather interesting. When you get off your motorcycle, if you have your wheel turned a certain direction, it'll stay that way, just like in real life. So I know that feature seems small, but there's a lot of other things that Rockstar have kind of done that would maybe suggest we wouldn't be able to do that, like the hydraulics and donk feature. I think for the longest times, those didn't stay in the same position in which you left them in, which of course can be frustrating if you want to take pictures or snapmatics. And now on the bikes, if you want to kind of align your wheels a certain way or point them inward or outward towards other members, whatever, you totally can. And that mechanic and that function works. So I know that's small, but that is actually something that was discovered, and that is pretty cool. Feature number 4, you guys all know about the relaxed riding style. Well, you can do this while wheeling as well. Now, I found this rather interesting. I figured this is easiest to do on the dirt bikes, so the Sanchez or the Manchez. And basically, if you just go slow enough, if you stay under that 50 mile per hour threshold, you'll still be able to do a one-handed wheelie, which looks awesome. I mean, that looks so cool. That is epitome of being a boss right there. And like I said, you can do this to show off to your friends, take some pretty cool Snapmatic photos if you want, or you could just all ride around Los Santos doing wheelies with one hand in kind of like a biker MC group. That would be awesome and could obviously lead to some pretty cool, fun, and interesting moments right there. So that is feature number 4. Feature number 5. This isn't necessarily new, but with the biker stuff and with all the new weapons we got, I figured I would bring this up. If you're on PS4, and I think you can do this on Xbox One, maybe even PC, I'm not sure, but I know for a fact on PS4, what you can do is actually use the trackpad to go back and select weapons that you missed. So we've all done it. We've been scrambling to get to the sticky bomb or to get to the grenades, and we accidentally go one weapon over it. Now oh God, you got to go through the whole list again. Well, if you're on the PS4, all you have to do is swipe left or right on your touchpad, and you can navigate the weapons going both directions, clockwise and counterclockwise. You don't have to wait for like all the other weapons to cycle back again. So like I said, this is great if you accidentally scroll one past the one you want, or you accidentally miss one, and then you don't have to go through the process over and over and over again. So I thought that was really, really great right there. That is feature number 5. Feature number 6 actually has to do with the Hakachu. I'm not sure if this is a glitch or if this is something that Rockstar just put in this bike. It actually has a double clutch feature. Now, I don't know how to do this, but in case you're wondering why maybe one of your friends was going faster on their Hakachu drag than you, that's because they probably know how to double clutch. Now, like I said, I'm not a racing expert by any means. If you've watched any of my like stunt race videos or streams, you'll know that I am a pretty horrible racer. But if you are interested in capitalizing on some extra speed and possible acceleration and winning races, the Hakachu drag is a pretty crazy double clutch feature that you might be able to utilize in straightaways and obviously drag races if you're doing them with your friends or if you're doing them with your crew members. Feature number 7, and this one is important. It has to do with resupplying, and this is also a big warning as well. Do not resupply by yourself. Rockstar will incentivize you and will actually give you more supplies if you resupply with a full biker gang. So if you resupply by yourself, they're only going to give you 1 bar worth of supply. Now, granted, your work is less, but at the same rate, that's only 1 bar of supply. Whereas if you do it with 8 people or 7 other of your friends, it's going to give you 5 full bars, the max amount if you choose to steal supply. Now, like I mentioned, it is going to be more work, but you've got 8 people to do it with you, so the work should be dispersed evenly. And guess what? That's the only supply you're going to have to do for that. So you can avoid buying it and you can avoid doing them over and over and over again. So do not resupply by yourself. Trust me, it is not worth it. You definitely want to do it with your friends as you get a higher supply bonus. All right, number 8, we're actually going to talk about 2 Easter eggs that kind of reference pop culture. The first of which is in the methamphetamines lab, and it actually references Breaking Bad. Someone actually pointed this out to me the other day that you can hear a fly kind of like buzzing around. And this actually has to do with a famous scene from Breaking Bad. If you guys have ever watched that show, you'll know that when a fly gets into a methamphetamines lab, that's not good. And they kind of make fun of that right there. So I thought that was a pretty cool reference to a very popular show. And I don't know how many of you guys watch the show Sons of Anarchy, but obviously Sons of Anarchy is based heavily around bikers. And there's a character in that TV show, Gemma, who actually looks very similar to the bartender inside of our MC clubhouses. They have the same kind of like brownish blonde hair. They look to be of the same age and skin tone and have the same tattoos. And they almost dress in similar attire too. So once again, if you watched Sons of Anarchy, you probably know what I'm talking about right there. So that is actually another really cool reference to pop culture with this Bikers DLC. So well done right there by Rockstar. Number 9, this is a really cool feature that I wish had been introduced a long time ago, and that is that Pegasus vehicles now no longer will disappear if you go away from them. So Pegasus vehicles struggle quite a bit, whether it's spawning them into the game or whether it's not getting them to disappear. Well, now they won't disappear. You can go from the airport all the way to Palito Bay, and the Pegasus vehicle you choose will not disappear. It will not despawn, unless it is blown up, of course, or taken by someone else. So that, once again, is a great brand new feature. Obviously, I can't stress enough how much work the Pegasus vehicles need done to them, but that is a step in the right direction. And finally, last but not least today, we have a pretty cool tip that actually revolves around the new biker helmet and mask. including giving yourself more protection. So in Grand Theft Auto Online, if you're shot in the head, you're pretty much dead. With the heist update, they added bulletproof helmets into the game, so that will allow you to take one additional bullet. But now with the new biker mask and kind of half mask and helmet combination, you can actually survive 3 total shots, or I guess 2 shots, and then the third one kills you. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what sort of armor benefit in real life those masks provide. I'm assuming Rockstar just figures that more of your face is covered, so you can survive more shots. But that's a great way if you're doing a game of like TDM or something like that, where you can get an extra bonus and survive more shots. But anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today, and all the sort of helpful features, tips, hidden details, and secrets that you might not have known about the Grand Theft Auto Online Bikers DLC. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, of course, a like rating would be awesome. Let me know about any hidden features or tips or details that I haven't mentioned in the comment section down below. I'm sure we'd love to hear from them there. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.